It is virtually impossible to be a creative entrepreneur if you're not surrounded by other creative entrepreneurs. Why is this? Well, basically, if you start to be ambitious or speak in ways that are outside of the collective norm, which is by definition what creative entrepreneurship is, then usually you're not going to be met with very much understanding or support. And you might even end up in situations where people are quite confrontational and discouraging. So I refer to this kind of community where there's a lot of scarcity and competition and projection as a zero-sum community. And in order to really thrive as a creative professional, an entrepreneur, an artist, someone who's deciding to go out of the status quo and create something of value that they can see, that they're bringing into the world, you need to be in what's called a 1 + 1 = 3 community, which means that your wins become fuel for the others and vice versa. When they are doing well, you feel encouraged as opposed to threatened or like you're in some way, being taken from. And so if you are on that path of creating your own way, it's very hard to do it in isolation. I know for me, I've invested continuously into being in rooms with like-minded folks, and obviously some are in a very similar path, some are in more disparate paths, but there's a common set of values which is absolutely crucial to be able to live in, and it just becomes the norm, right? Say you're trying to make $100,000 a month and you've never met anyone who makes that money, and you're just learning from people on the internet in a parasocial relationship where you don't even know them, or you buy their course and then it's kind of you just going through some step by step where it's not really dynamic or living, you could say. It's going to be very hard to get that result versus if you consider, if you were in a room with 12 other people or 30 other people that are doing 100,000 a month, you can see, oh, they did it like this, they did it like this, they did it like this. And that opens you up to the first principles in terms of thinking and action, because there are many ways to the top of the mountain, so to speak. It's not just one linear path, because what worked for so-and-so might not work for you. So the more you can be surrounded by people who are on a similar path, who are encouraging, who want to see you win and are coming from a place of overflow and they share instead of extraction, then you're going to have a much higher likelihood of not only getting where you want to go, but enjoying the process. And that's one of the wonderful things about deciding to work for yourself and create community and create products, create services, create beautiful things in the world, is that you just keep growing. It does not end. So if this is resonating and you're picking up what I'm putting down, then click the link around the video, and maybe what we're building at Creative Sovereignty is for you. Either way, appreciate your time and attention in watching this video, and make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that actually want to see you do well. And if your current circumstances prevent that from being a reality, then just pick who you disclose information to, and that alone will be a very powerful move. You don't need people to understand you, you just need to understand yourself. Seek mirrors that are actually going to represent you accurately as opposed to discourage you or distort you. Hope that's helpful. Talk to you soon.